The snap-tight assembly system locks end channels to all sheets without the need for tools or fasteners. To assemble each panel, the perimeter channels are secured to the top and bottom of each sheet. Gently tap the channel over the snap-tight lugs and work your way along the sheet. Each channel should be fit to the center of each sheet. Simply tap the channel along until it's aligned. We're going to join our spliced channels now. Basically, we're just joining a pair of channels together to make a longer one. There are three parts: a left channel, a right channel, and the joiner. Looking at the part numbers, you'll see that the left channel has the letter L and the right channel has the letter R at the end of the part number. There are also printed arrows pointing to the end of the channel that needs to be joined. The joiner, called a CSJ, needs to be put in the right way to match the channel. Make sure that you've got the long sides matched up. Place the CSJ centered on the end and press in as shown until you hear it click. Repeat this with the other side and then make sure that both halves are butted up against one another. Do this for the rest of the spliced channels in the pack before beginning construction. Let's get started with the rear panel. To construct the rear panel, we're going to need one 54P channel, one 81D channel, two 44Z sheets, and one 44Y sheet. The part numbers are printed onto the parts for easy identification. Lay out the sheets so that the 44Z sheets are on the outside and the 44Y sheet is on the inside. Make sure that the two outside sheets are orientated so their rib holes match with the holes in the center sheet. Overlap the sheets by one rib and make sure that they sit flush top and bottom and the pre-punched holes along the edges are aligned. Once aligned, use 8 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to fasten all the sheets together. Now the screws are in, take the 54P channel and attach it to the top of the sheets using the snap-tight method. The channel will need to have the short side facing towards the outside of the panel. Repeat this process for the 81D channel, attaching it to the bottom of the sheets. Position the panel so you have access to the top of the 54P channel. Drill out the two holes in the center of the channel and through the CSJ. Take one of the hinges and place it over the holes, making sure the hinge is orientated so it opens towards the outside of the panel, and then fasten with 2 pop rivets. Do this again for both ends of the channel, placing hinges over the punched holes and then fastening with 4 pop rivets. This completes the rear panel assembly. Let's do the side panel assembly. We'll need one 61G channel, one 81J channel, and the 44W sheet. Take the 61G channel and attach it to the top of your sheet using the snap-tight method. Ensure that the short side of the channel is facing towards the outside of the sheet. Do this again using the 81J channel to the bottom of the sheet. This completes our side panel. You'll need to repeat these steps for the other side panel, which is exactly the same. Time for the lid panel assembly. To make the lid panel, we're going to need a 54S channel, 54T channel, two 87H lips, two 91L jams, one 43Y sheet, one 43X sheet, and one 43W sheet. Lay out the sheets so that they're in the following order from left to right. 43Y sheet, then the 43X sheet, and finally the 43W sheet. Orientate the sheet so that the diagonal row of holes for the braces line up and form a V, meeting in the middle sheet. Overlap the sheets by one rib and fasten with 6 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 54S channel and attach it to the sheets using the snap type method. The short side of the channel needs to be facing the outside of the sheets. Repeat this with the 54T channel, attaching it to the other end of the sheets. Secure the CSJ in the top and bottom channels using 10mm self-tapping screws in the center holes. We'll attach the lips now. Get one of the 87H lips and this will go on the side of the sheet. Place the lip under the top and bottom channels and align it with the pre-punched holes. Fasten the lip to the sheet using 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Repeat the process for the remaining lip, aligning it under the channels at the other end of the sheet, fastening with 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Turn the lid panel over. Take a 91L jam and place it over the row of diagonal holes, making sure the pre-punched holes align. From underneath, use a 10mm self-tapping screw into the hole at either end of the jam. Do this again for the other 91L jam, placing it over the other row of diagonal holes and fastening the ends with a 10mm self-tapping screw. Flip the lid back over and finish securing the jams using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. This will complete our lid panel assembly. Let's construct the left door. To construct the door panel, we'll need 2 hinges, 1 door plate, 2 pad bolts, 158Y channel, 158T channel, 258C channels, 191J jam, 191A jam, and the door L sheet. Take the 58C channel and attach it to the top of the sheet using the snap type method. The short side of the channel will need to face the outside of the sheet. Take the other 58C channel and attach it to the bottom of the sheet. Now attach the 58Y channel to the left side of the sheet, sliding it under the top and bottom channels. Fasten the left corners using 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 58T channel and place it over the right side of the sheets. Remember to slide it under the top and bottom channels. Take the 91J jam and place it over the 58T channel, but under the top and bottom channel. Secure the ends of the jam and channels with a 10mm self-tapping screw. Use a 3mm drill bit to drill out the remaining holes and secure with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Repeat the process for the other channel, drilling out and securing with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the door plate and place it over the pre-punched holes at the top of the sheet. Secure the door plate with 6 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Turn the door panel over. Use a 3mm drill bit to drill out the holes in the side of the 58Y channel. Place the hinge over these holes and secure with 3 pop rivets. Repeat for the other side of the channel, drill out the holes and secure with 3 pop rivets. Use 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the corners of the panel. Take the pad bolt and place it over the 2 punched holes in the channel. Secure with 2 10mm self-tapping screws. Take 4 of the pan head bolts and push them up through the holes in the bottom of the sheet. Use a nut to hold each of these bolts. Place the pad bolt over these bolts and then fasten using 4 more nuts. Tighten with a spanner. Take the 91A jamb and place it across the diagonal row of punched holes. Secure the end of each jamb using a 10mm self-tapping screw. Flip the panel back over and finish securing the brace using 3 more of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Use a 10mm self-tapping screw in the top right corner of the sheet. That completes the left door panel. Let's construct the right door panel. To construct the door panel, we'll need 2 hinges, 1 door plate, 1 pad bolt, 1 58Y channel, 1 58W channel, 2 58C channels, 1 91S jamb, and the door R sheet. Take the 58C channel and attach it to the top of the sheet using the snap type method. The short side of the channel will need to face towards the outside. Take the other 58C channel and attach it to the bottom of the sheet. Now attach the 58W channel to the left side of the sheet, sliding it under the top and bottom channels. Use a 3mm drill bit to drill out the 2 corners and fasten with 2 10mm self-tapping screws. The 58Y channel and place it over the right side of the sheet. Remember to slide it under the top and bottom channels. Use a 3mm drill bit to drill out the 2 corners and fasten with 2 10mm self-tapping screws. Use a 3mm drill bit to drill out the remaining holes and secure with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Repeat the process for the other channel, drilling out and securing with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the door plate and place it over the pre-punched holes at the top of the sheet. Secure the end of the door plate with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. A 3mm drill bit to drill out the 2 end holes of the door plate and sheet. Place the pad bolt over the 4 holes in the door plate, then fasten with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Turn the door panel over. Use a 3mm drill bit to drill out the holes in the side of the 58Y channel. Place the hinge over these holes and secure with 3 pop rivets. Repeat for the other side of the channel, drill out the holes and secure with 3 pop rivets. Use 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the corners of the panel. Take the 91S jam and place it across the diagonal row of pre-punched holes. Secure the end of each jam using a 10mm self-tapping screw. Flip the panel back over and finish securing the brace using 3 more of the 10mm self-tapping screws. That completes the right door panel. Time to begin the front panel assembly. To construct the front panel, we'll need 2 of the 54R channels, one 79A channel, one 90AL jam, one 90AR jam, 2 91K jams, and 2 of the 39C sheet. Lay out the 2 sheets so that they're orientated with their edge holes to the outside and there's a gap for the doorway. Take a 54R channel and attach it to the top of both sheets. The short side of the channel will go towards the outside. Repeat this with the other 54R channel, placing it over the bottom edge of the sheets. Take the 91K jam and slide it between the sheet and the channels as shown. Align the jam with the punched holes in the channel and then drill out with a 3mm drill bit. Fasten with a 10mm self-tapping screw, then repeat for the other end of the jam. Drill out the remaining holes and then fasten with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the other 91K jam and place it on the other sheet. Use a 3mm drill bit to drill out both ends of the jam, then fasten with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Drill out the remaining holes and secure with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Drill out the center holes in the top channel and CSJ. Take the shorter 90AR jam and place it in the top of the channel on the right side. Align the jam with the holes in the channel and fasten with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Do this again with the 90AL jam, placing it in the top on the left of the channel. Use 6 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to fix it. Drill out the 2 center holes in the bottom channel and CSJ. Take the 79A channel and place it into the channel at the bottom. The long side of the channel will go to the top. Use 6 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the channels. Drill out and secure the remaining 2 holes with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Turn the panel over and drill out the 2 holes in the top channel and CSJ. Use 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the channel and sheets. Repeat for the other side, drill out the center holes, then fasten with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. This completes the front panel assembly. Let's attach the doors. Start by drilling out the left side hinge holes with a 3mm drill bit. Take the left door panel and place it as if it was open, and let the hinges hang over the hinge holes. Align both hinges with the holes, then use a pop riveter to fasten with 6 pop rivets. Repeat this process for the other side, using the 3mm drill bit to drill out the 6 hinge holes. The right door and position it over the front panel in the open position, with the hinges hanging down over the holes. Again attaching the door using 6 pop rivets. We've now got both our doors attached to the front panel. Now to begin the final assembly. To begin, stand up the rear panel. It's much easier if you get a friend to help. We'll attach the right side panel first. Slide the right side panel top and bottom channels into the notches in the rear panel channels, making sure that the punched holes line up in the sheeting. Take 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws and fasten the rear and right panels together. We're going to attach the left side panel in the same fashion, making sure that the punched holes in both sheets are aligned. Once they're aligned, fasten the left and front panels using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Next we'll be attaching the front panel. A tip is to use the doors as props to hold the panel up, or you can get a friend to help as well. Align the front panel with the left panel like we did at the rear. Make sure that the holes in the sheets align. Secure the 2 panels using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Repeat the process for the right side panel, aligning the sheets together, then fastening with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Now looking at the top of the corners, push the 2 top channels together so that they overlap. If the holes in the top channels don't align, use a 3mm drill bit. Use a pop riveter to secure the corner using a pop rivet. Do this for each corner using a pop rivet. Pick up the lid panel and place it on top of the walls, making sure that the lips are on the outside of the side walls. Position the lid so that the holes in the back of the channel align with the hinges of the back wall. Use the 3mm drill bit to drill out the holes above the centre hinge, drilling through the CSJ in the channel. Place the hinge over the holes and fasten with 3 pop rivets. Repeat with the 2 remaining hinges using 3 pop rivets per hinge. Take the 88Z lip and measure 15mm in from one end and 20mm down from the top. Mark this position. Make a hole using the 3mm drill bit on this mark. Take the other 88Z lip and mark out the other end in the same manner as before. We'll end up with one 88Z lip having the hole in the left side and the other one in the right side. Place the lip over the side channel, aligning it with the punched hole in the end of the channel. Fasten the lip to the channel using one 10mm self-tapping screw. Repeat this process for the other lip, aligning it with the channel, then fastening with a 10mm self-tapping screw. Take the chain and place a wafer head tech screw into the first link. Fix the screw with the chain on it into the punched hole of the side channel. Pull the chain tight while the roof is open, then drill a hole through the end link and into the roof brace. Fasten the chain to the roof brace using one wafer head tech screw. Repeat this for the other side, attaching the chain to the channel and the brace using a wafer head tech screw at either end. In the underside of the lid, drill out the 2 holes in the front channel. Take the hasp and place it over these 2 holes in the lid. Secure with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Remove the screw in the top left of the right door and replace with 1 pop rivet. Take the staple and place it on the vertical channel of the right door. Position it flush against the top channel. Using the staple as a guide, drill out 2 holes in the channel. Secure using 2 pop rivets. Place the hasp over the pad bolt shaft and drill out a hole. Secure the hasp with 1 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Drill out the remaining hole and secure with another 10mm self-tapping screw. Place the hasp over the pad bolt shaft and drill out a hole. Secure the hasp with 1 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Drill out the remaining hole and secure with another 10mm self-tapping screw. Firstly, position the shed onto the slab, making sure the walls are squared up and it's centered. Take your angle brackets and lay them out in the positions as shown, spacing them equally along each wall. Using these brackets as a template, go around and carefully mark where the holes are on the slab and on the wall. Drill 3mm pilot holes in the wall centered on these marks. Now switch out to the 10mm drill bit and drill through these pilot holes. Next, take your hammer drill and insert the 10mm masonry drill bit. Drill down through the marks we made earlier. Be sure to go down deep enough for the height of the dyno bolt. From the outside of the shed, take the 10mm bolt and poke it inside. You may need a friend to hold it there. Align the angle bracket with the bolt and then tighten the nut by hand. Tighten it further using the shifting spanner. Put the dynobolt through the bracket and into the hole in the slab. Tighten this nut on the dynobolt with the shifting spanner. Now that this has been done at all positions, the structure is anchored. Now the shed is complete, any leftover holes can be finished off with a screw.